Okay, way back in 2022, the FMCSA suggested some changes to the guidelines that medical examiners use when assessing the health of a commercial truck driver. At the time, people were allowed to give their opinions on these proposed changes. After carefully looking at all the feedback for 2 years, correction, a year and a half. After carefully looking at all the feedback for a year and a half, the FMCSA updated the Medical Examiner's Handbook on January 22nd, 2024. The handbook has been around since 2008 and is actually a huge help for medical examiners in understanding the rules and regulations that need to be followed when determining if truck drivers are physically fit to operate CMV. So let's take a quick look at what was updated. First, there was a revision to the Vision Waiver Program and the Alternative Vision Standard. On January 21st, 2022, FMCSA published a new Alternative Vision Standard and eliminated the physical qualification. They have eliminated the special medical certification for certain drivers who participated in the Vision Waiver Study program. And as of March 22nd, 2023, any existing forms under the previous rule have now become void. On a similar note, the FMCSA clarified the Alternative Vision Standard. The guidelines specify that an Alternative Vision Standard is only applicable if the worst eye cannot be corrected to meet the distant visual acuity standard with corrective lenses. It also emphasizes the need for a medical exemption if required. Second on the list was the topic of privacy. The FMCSA made changes to highlight the privacy rights of individuals undergoing examinations. Basically, they just provided clarification on a driver's privacy rights in regard to their exam results, which is considered to be personal. In the past, it was thought that an employer who may have paid for the exam has the right to see those results. Well, not anymore. On a side note, I don't know about you, but I don't want my employer to know that it burns when I pee just because they paid for my exam. So thank you to the FMCSA for that one. If you have any questions about these changes or anything else, you can always call us, email us, or fill out the form below. The third major change is related to the right of the drivers to get a second opinion. You know how sometimes when you go to the doctor and you're kind of wondering, did this person actually go to medical school? Was it one of those online schools or something? Or did they go to Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, which is, by my calculations, Google, the worst medical school in the country? Either way, drivers can now ask for a second opinion and an exam from another medical examiner if they want. They just need to provide the same medical information to both examiners. Fourth is the issue of incomplete examinations. The handbook now states that once a medical examiner starts an examination, the result must be reported to the National Registry, even if it was not completed. The fifth update is related to sleep apnea. All references to obstructive sleep apnea were removed. The condition should be diagnosed with an overnight lab-based sleep study and followed up by a multiple sleep latency test the next morning. Sleep apnea can be a serious issue when driving a CMV, not to mention the constant fighting it's going to cause with your spouse. So, if you feel tired all the time after a full night of sleep, and your wife or husband is constantly kicking you, rolling you over, or just staring at you in anger in the middle of the night, thinking about pressing the pillow firmly over your face, you might have sleep apnea. If you have questions about any of these changes, or need to address any of the mentioned medical issues with your drivers, like vision or sleep apnea, just give us a call, email us, or fill out the form below. One of our occupational healthcare specialists can help you out.